literally just eating an entire breading wrapped in more breading and deep fried. Okay. You know, I never thought Anytizers had as good not advertised quality control for their products, considering some of the things I found in their food. But just breading that's been deep fried with breading, that's a new level of yeah.
Ooh, neat.
Yes.
Would you like to elaborate on the fan fiction you're writing?
Not until I'm done.
Is it about Naibai?
No, it's about someone that our striped one has met in the past.
I am not sure.
So, remember that picture that Nick sent during or in the ship posting shows the American soldier and the Russian soldier sitting next to each other?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me just forward what I said in the second here. There it is. Select.
Ooh, neat. I keep finding neat things.
Eat.
All right, it's in ship posting.
Oh, that's cool. Bunch of messages. Oh, geez. A whole bunch of people just like this tweet again.
I don't know, dude. Man, glad to be done working. My balls were hurting all day.
We get it. Not everyone has bowling balls between their legs.
I'm back.
And something that they can use as a cudgel.
I'm back. What's going on about cudgels?
We get it. You can't. Not everybody can give someone a black eye like you can.
Wait, what are you? Oh, you leave my balls out of this. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know what they say about assuming.
Yeah, it gets you punched in the
As are
kidney.
you and Ming.
Hey, Ivy, you ready to get punched in the kidneys?
No.
Hands free.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
I found
you should
more
do it.
evidence that the company I work for just doesn't give a shit, and I found a bloody switchblade at work today.
Ah!
Bloody switchblade.
A bloody one, spring-loaded even.
Well, you can buy OTF
Definitely.
knives as long as they have those safety feature installed in them from the factory.
Yeah, it's got the spring steel in it, like holds it open, the pin and everything.
So, like, if you put it up to a cardboard box, does it shoot all the way through, or does it kind of go pih and sit there?
Well, it's one of the flick-out ones, you know.
Oh,
But
like the
all
old
I,
style.
yeah, the old, the ones that you're not sure if it's a comb or not. But all I have to do is like touch it with my finger and it flips out.
I have a sword.
I also have a sword.
Here, it's a meat sword. I brought it to you. A meat sword with a foxo sheath. I keep collecting people. I don't know. It's not enslavement. It's just like I just like kidnapping people.
It's not enslavement. They stay here by choice. What do you mean
What is this
addiction?
ragdoll? Is there a robot in here? Who is Ragdoll? Why are you here?
Robot.
No, Ragdoll was just added so that I could actually talk to them because Discord settings were shitty, not letting me actually
Oh.
add them anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Anyways, click it a button.
Nah, it's already recording. You guys haven't said anything horrible.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
All right.
Now-
Speedrunning ban from YouTube.
Now everyone
No!
knows that Durg writes fan fiction. Ooh, ha 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 ha.
And the best part is, I'm gonna put it up on a Wattpad and see if I can get some followers.
how?
Wattpad still exists?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Wait, is it
I'm
like
gonna.
how MySpace still exists, but not really?
Isn't that
But I-
some sort of the way that Tumblr went?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Terry Tumblr. Fucking someone.
I'm sorry, Refrigerator Chan. I can't be with you more.
Female presenting nipples.
Like there was a person who was testing the automatic thing, and they just posted a bunch of pictures of raw chicken to see how long it would take to get banned. And Tumblr even flagged its own like bulletin post about the new rules as not safe for work.
Yeah, it did. I remember that.
Uh,
And they're like, wait a minute, this isn't working great.
Okay. So you have met the leggy.
The leggy lady.
Like, oh, important question: is the bun also here, or did they not get portaled?
They got portaled somewhere.
Okay,
They're at home sleep.
Slib, where it's safe.
doing a slap.
Sleeping bunnies. Pretty common thing.
Yeah, boar bunny probably is a great thing to have running around this planet. Why
I
are-
mean, there's literally mages whose whole shtick is, fuck, I'll try and eat it.
you just come home. Why are
Or
there
s-
two of you now?
I ate a thing. I don't know what it does yet.
Okay. Now you can be an adult instructor. Ha ha ha!
Yeah. So you know, screeching noises, apparently.
Apparently, my internet
So
cut
you
out.
have this tall lady.
Ah, Jesus! They're so. Why are they so loud? Go punch one of them in the titty, so at least they'll have a reason to make noise.
Yes, there's much louding going on.
I stepped out of my room for like a minute and all hell broke loose because I thought it was quiet.
How very dare you make noise?
No, you turn going back in there now. Okay.
Because I'll be right back. We get a mute, but keep going.
Okay. So you guys have this tall lady just kind of inspecting each of you.
I
And
will.
so eventually.
Oh.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I thought my internet had cut out again.
The thing. Okay. And so eventually, after inspecting everybody, she's going to just kind of stand up straight and just introduce herself. She's like, "I'm Doru. Nice to meet you all.
What kind of clothes are they wearing, if any?
Let's see. She's wearing her armor. So basically, it is like fantasy armor. So basically, in this case, red bikini top and loincloth and red bracers and Zerva fleece boot, which I have not decided how I want those to look yet.
Ah, yes, bikini male.
Yes, basically, because that is how she likes to dress.
Well, Naibai
So
will.
yeah, I think I said yesterday she's fairly tan. She's kind of a redhead, with brown eyes, and basically tall and lanky and very buff.
You're leggy old.
Naibai looks up and then looks to Shadow and then to the Durg, then to their party members. Why is everyone taller than him?
And so Doru's going to look over her at her, and she's going to say, "Well, I'm a maned wolf. That makes sense." And then she's going to smile and
Come on, man.
gently pat her on the head.
Sorry.
It's nice to meet you. I'm
Oh.
Fionn.
It's nice to meet you, Phil. And Beatrice is going to get a clue, and she's going, "Oh, I'm Beatrice. Nice to meet you."
Eh.
Oh, my food is here.
Oh. Mm.
I'll be right
So
back.
Doru is going to pat Beatrice and Fiona on the head also.
But now that the hand has been removed from Naibai's head, she's going to shake her floppy ears, cover them lightly with her hands.
Doru was being careful not to touch the ears.
Yes, but you petted her without asking, so it was surprise.
Ah, so she was surprised. Okay. But
When he
yes,
was petted,
light pat.
Sorry. I got a little phlegm here. Hold on.
Jesus.
when he was petted, Fionn would let out a little purr.
Don't be weird. Please. Hi. Taraji. Older brother. Oldest of the group. Older brother of this. And they'll point at Beatrice.
Well, it's nice to meet you too, Faraji. And so she's
Has
going to so she's going to pat him also. And she's going to realize she has neglected Kevin. So she's going to pat him on the head. She's making sure everybody gets head pat.
Kevin was leaned up against a pillar that they were standing near, just kind of scribbling in his book. What? Oh, hi.
And how tall was Kevin again?
No, I bring it up. You think I would remember this at some point, right?
It was like 7 foot something, right?
I think I am 7'2".
You think you'd have
Yeah,
it written down on
7'2".
like a character sheet or something?
It's weird. It's like I have that up, but I wasn't looking at the thing on my computer at the time. Oh,
I got some deep fried broccoli.
What?
that's gay.
Tempura broccoli.
Is that like the fucking cauliflower that's been deep fried bullshit that people are trying to get in now?
No, like, shrimp tempura? Like the
No.
fried shrimp?
Nope.
Oh yeah. I don't think I've had it in a while though.
I didn't expect everything in this box to be deep fried,
It is the
including the
box also.
broccoli. No, everything but the box and the soy sauce is deep fried.
Okay. Yeah, I could see Americans trying to deep fry soy sauce.
No,
I've seen it done.
Oh,
You know
God.
somebody has deep fried water, right?
Yes, we can never be stopped.
Yeah, I think I've seen that actually. I don't remember how they did it, but they managed to do
Deep
it.
fry the world.
It's like, yeah, I remember. I've seen that. It's like they put it inside some sort of breading thing and then deep fried that.
Deep fry the world. The gremlin screech of an adventurer in the background. We're not deep frying anything, you fucking weirdo.
And so one by one, everybody is getting head pats from Doru.
That would be a particular some character build.
What?
Just magic centered around deep frying their enemies, quartering them up into rations for later.
Calculations a second, and they're all wrong. All right. By the way, Faraji's happy that he got head pats. He liked it.
Yay! Doru has made somebody happy.
She made Fiona happy.
This is good.
Oh, pretty lady.
Fiona likes the head patch.
You're the adult. What do we do?
Okay. Um. So
Aren't you an
Doru,
adult?
once she has kind of given everybody a little bit of a once over, she's going to once again stand before them and she's going to ask, "Is anybody ready for more missions?"
Um, go to one capitals and deal with a thing about royalty and secession and all that.
The room's starting to smell like sulfur.
So Doru is going to look up and over, and she's going to basically see if it's Vesuvius.
Yeah, they're just kind of standing in the doorway, just silent behind everyone, except for the heat.
And so she's just going to give him a pleasant smile because that's how Doru is.
Wait, are we just at the assholes blocking a doorway?
No, it's a wide double door, but he's just standing specifically behind you, waiting. He's patiently waiting before he does anything.
Well, Doru is going to kind of make a gesture for everyone to step aside, and she's going to step aside herself so that he has room to pass through. And Beatrice is going to follow that signal so that Vesuvius can get through instead
He's
of
just gonna
being
kind of
crowd in the hallway.
he'll just nod or shake his head, and then you can see him taking off his respirator for a brief moment, revealing the rest of his face, which is surprisingly handsome. And I think he'll speak. No. Come with me, if you don't mind.
Very well.
Oh,
And so,
that's a lot different.
Sorry, by the way. The heat makes the voice weird.
that's understandable. And so Doru will kind of glance back at the others and start following.
It's a lot easier to understand when you're whispering.
I am sorry that I whisper. They'll put their respirator back on and gesture you to follow the rest of the way.
Fiona
So
will. Hey, not Dally. Fiona would follow along.
Make sure not to step in his footprints.
They are toasty.
Naibai will make that mistake exactly once.
It's like he makes sure to shift around enough and to like regulate the heat so he doesn't melt through the floor, but he gets it just at that point where it's not burning, but it's still searing hot, so it's not tearing up the floors. But fuck, it hurts when you're barefooted.
Hot ass black fault, or my blacktop in the middle of summer.
No, black fault is a thing that exists. It's hot.
So I'm guessing it's even too hot for Fiona to handle.
It's warm on Hitozi's, but it kind of feels nice. Ah, yes. He'll lead you to the second story. Technically, third. Floor up. And just walk over to the head administrator's office and give a little knock on it. And it's answered by a Noro in a bathrobe. Shh. No soliciting, and he shut the door. Open. Hey, didn't see you there. Come in. Preferably not inside of my skin. I. Just a sigh. Heated sighs. Oh, you. Vesuvius is gonna wait, moving around back and forth, and he's suggesting everyone walk in. You know, he just kind of got that arm outstretched, just slowly moving it closer to the crowd.
His suggestion? No, that's a threat.
So Doru is going to go inside, and she's going to make room for the others to come through. And of course, Beatrice is going to follow.
Naibai is going to follow.
Fiona is going to follow.
Kevin's going to take up a spot by the door, simply observing. I'm not actually here.
And there's the Osmium, walking themselves in to just stand in the corner. They just kind of look down when they feel ice crawl up their legs for a split second and just start melting. Damn it. Every time. That's why there's no carpet in that corner. Do you know that? Him. Yes, it's because it's his fault that he's on fire all the time.
Look, that's his corner. It's his spot.
We've been over this summer, and I stand here like a tree, and I provide radiance to the room to counteract your disposition of subpolar behavior.
Oof. Burn. Subpolar.
Kevin is suppressing a snicker that he very desperately wants to let out.
I would freeze you solid were it fucking awesome. Anyways, how have you been?
Aside from being attacked on, we did some sightseeing mission that we were given.
Good children. Good. I had them bring in extra couch. Take seats. Sit.
Sit down. Mention that they describe a copy of in case it was relevant.
Doru will wait until everybody else has managed to find a seat, and then she'll find a spot for herself.
Please, Vesuvius. You owe me bits. This the disgruntled flamey boy. He'll make his feet stop burning, but at the cost of burning his shorts up past the knees.
Oh no, the shirts.
What the hell was that?
Fiona has a poltergeist.
Poltergeist noisy ghost just, I spit at you! Petit! As it throws something.
Did you not hear that? Did y'all hear
I heard.
I
Yeah.
heard it.
that? I don't know what the
Something
fuck
splattered.
that was.
Noisy
Shut up.
ghost! Woo!
Oh no, it's a bump in the night.
Hey, quick, get the spirit box. Here. I'm out! I'm out! Deuces, your house! Sorry, I was raised in East Texas. There ain't no, we'll call the nexus. Deuces, we moving. That's his house. The devil is alive. Nah,
Some Asians
nah.
move in afterwards. Are you a cat?
You do this.
Go to the
You know that
dishes.
costs 5 cents a day. You cost me electricity. I do love that. Just go do the dishes. Did I say you could leave? Go do the dishes. I will send you to Jesus.
send you
I
to-
fucking love that one. I fucking love that. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's
I've-
really funny.
It's hilarious.
Don't
Fucking
tell me
hell.
that he shows up at the door.
What the hell were you doing? It's small apartment. We don't get that much sunlight. What are you trying to get a It's because Nick can attest to it. Asian parents are like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's just. Oh my god.
Be
My
careful.
3 favorite words that he says, very, very, very stereotypically, like aggressively, like Asian parent, is stupid, failure, and business. What are you doing? Go start a business. It's just. Alright.
I thought you were stupid.
Alright, beware
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
tiger moms, so they will fat shame you while you don't eat the food that you just got served.
Right. Mm. Peter, I'm standing here in the kitchen. Sorry. I'm sorry. I can't unsee Trisha Takanawa Tiger Mom. Alright. So, it was all seriousness. God damn it. This is what happens every time. Why do we have to synchronize so much? Stop! Like,
But no, Fiona's gonna take a seat.
yes, everyone's taking a seat.
Fiona's tried to take a seat like 5 times now.
He's such a patient boy. Oh, he gets a head pat from
Well, he's got
Dice Roll.
just the right spot to sit. But if he tries too many times, Doro's just gonna put a hand on his head and shove him into the seat.
See, the
It's
problem
like-
is the seat is shaped like a box, so he has to keep trying to fit his entire body on the.
Frazi will sit by Fiona and pet his ear. Good job, champ.
His ear will twitch and he will hear a light purr coming.
It's a good kitty. Anyways, continue. Right, so aside from you grooming him, oh, am I distracting? Sorry. Just Noro slowly wrap up his bathrobe and leave the room. You don't get the feeling that if anyone mentions the slight tint on her cheeks, you will die.
Fiona's staying silent for once in his life.
Good plan.
Anyways, I'll need that transcription. That's technically going to become guild property. There's like part of my brain that wants me to make Slytherin extremely German because Germans are we got elves. Und nein! Und sie would give me sein transcript! Sorry.
Only when she's mad.
Shit, that's
She gets
canon.
super pissed.
That's my head canon, by the way. Is when she gets pissed, she turns German.
This first.
What?
If you're hungry, but
Thank you for telling me, J-Book. Appreciate it. My niece was just kindly letting me know that if I'm hungry, the food is done.
Huzzah.
Yes,
Just eat.
I greatly appreciate it. Well, yeah, but they're still courteous enough to let people know. That's that Southern hospitality. That's why there's a tax for it. Pay what you get for. You get what you pay for. I'm drunk. Anyways,
Already?
I mean, okay, Listen, I'm trying to get all this goddamn blood out my alcohol stream, but it's not working.
Should I join you?
You're too lightweight.
I didn't say outdrink you. I just said join you.
I know,
You
but I don't.
giggly bitch. Wait till we're done.
Yeah, or at least halfway.
Don't worry,
Like some drunk Destiny Derg.
I'll send you a few pictures of what I've got so far.
Okay. Oh, God, my balls are too big to be feminine for long. Suck it in. Okay, they're in there.
Remember
it's not
your
working.
trans voice training videos.
Nope, good. Anyways, I think my trans voice, if I had to go like trans, if I ever transition, it would definitely be eerie. I'd be a psychotic predator mama.
Yeah, for sure. I could see that
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Same.
And you would be terrifying for no reason at all.
Right?
Just a looming presence. By Tai T.
So, few things. Not going to talk about the debt. That's going to be paid already. Since one of you has to stay here for the grafting,
Kevin will raise his
how
hand.
long would you like? I'm just going to ask now. How long would you like to train? We have a few dedicated trainers who are running dungeons currently to help increase levels. Then there are some mass hunt quests, but that could take several days or even weeks. And lastly, there are very distant fetch quests that could take months, but you could earn a lot.
Oh, Beatrice is going to ask, well, how long would he need to heal after the grafting?
At least 2 weeks. Well, not true. He couldn't use the wing for 2 weeks due to the reconstruction, requiring his nerves and everything to be learned again. But I suppose that we could probably reorient some things and speed it along. He could walk around and travel, but no combat, at least nothing that would utilize the right side of his body. And your friend with amnesia, best to give them as much time off as they need, so they might recover.
That makes a lot of sense. I wouldn't want to push him into combat or anything.
Likewise. And then there's... Let's see. Oh, well, some of you will have to stay here for about a week or two, because it is... Anytime there is a resurrection or a hospitalization of party members, we have to contact the parental figures, if there are any. Mind you, not every adventurer has the luck to have a home to call their own. And then those will have to come and will currently have to orient certain things to you. Mostly to check on their children, and we need you here to corroborate your stories more than once. You'd be surprised how many petty discussions have been carried out outside, and how many have wound up learning the hard way that we have a prison underneath us. Wait, what?
Fiona said, "Oh."
No, just for Haji. Just what?
Fiona would give Faraji head back.
Kevin types up in the back room. Oh yeah, there's some real baddies down there. Absolute freak show. I should take you down there sometime. They get really weird around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. It's almost like half of them are dead. They just don't realize
He's
it.
just going to reach over and put a hand on his nose. Dunking.
I'd like to punch a few of them in the face. It's therapeutic.
Free himself from the snoot dress. Ooh, you could have a gladiatorial game. We could use it to under the guise of them winning freedom, but it's just a lie, and we could use the proceeds to fund the guild.
No. Besides, our only current conflict zone that we have on site is already used for, well, testing you in the crucible of warfare against one another. That is also what we use. Allow legal gambling. Legal gambling, technically. They consider it illegal in the city because it's not a regulable fund. Something that they can't take money from always makes them mad, at least the Mercantile Guild. Association, whatever, they're a copycat. Anyhow. So, 2 weeks. I advise you to take your time with several trainers and those who can prepare mock battles for you to help you gain some levels of experience a day, so you're not sitting around. Or you could alternatively take jobs within a very short distance from the city. There are a few mass monster hunts. Those might take upwards of a week. Could be the perfect time. Don't know. All I can guarantee you is... Oh hell, I don't know anymore. Everything's burning down every time I look at the damn desk.
Pick up monitor. This.
Just...
So Dory was just going to look at everybody. She's not really going to say anything. She's just kind of waiting for their decisions.
Mass monster hunt. We're not killing full resources. It takes upwards of a week, then we...
Not to mention we could gather additional resources from the monsters themselves that would be helpful with the guild. And earn a little income sometime.
You would have to be assigned an osmium, though, because mass monster hunts require you to temporarily open an overflow dungeon and allow a few hundred mobs to pour out for you to deal with to alleviate some of the pressure. Oh, contextually, overflow dungeons are special dungeons of which we've cataloged 104. By comparison, we know of 2,000 different dungeons at least. So barely 10%. If that. Anyways. Overflow dungeons are dungeons who've begun to run rampant with uncontrolled and unrestricted monster spawns. And they can be quite a problem, especially when somebody accidentally opens them. They let entire hordes of nasties out that inevitably overruns a town and destroys a few dozen farms and villages before being responded to by either the guild or the local military of whatever region they're in. Oh, and they also happen to be how we determine if you're able to become any level of elite. Transitioning from gold to platinum and titanium and osmium requires you to clear a certain amount of floors of an overflow dungeon single-handedly with no support.
Fiona. to do a test of what one is made of.
Sounds like it.
It's less endurance, more capability. It's a mix of every training and every natural challenge you would have. How well you can survive under stress, how fast you can think, how much damage you can take, and most importantly, how much you can kill. You don't want to know what it's like to be eaten alive and resurrect screaming.
No.
Thank you. Vivid imagery. Hmm. Oh, most important thing. Once you're done, and your parents, or the parents that'll be involved, should I say, so, Sinishigawas, and up there, yeah, anyways, once all of your parents who've been made awares have, come to help, and give us the consent to continue applying you to adventures, we do have a request put in by, we don't know whom, but someone in the capital. They specifically requested the. Hmm.
Well,
I'm sure it's a typo. Anyways.
well, what was it? Asked for.
Also,
They've asked for a person for dead first emperor. That's peculiar.
Fion's gonna look at Naibai.
in the background, that's me.
That's
It
my
me.
name. Me.
Oh,
I
yeah,
yelled
that. Hi.
I think to ask. I don't have the time. Uh, oh, and Runner's family. Hmm? They have decided to continue allowing you to adventure on the condition that you get stronger. So get better, or you're grounded.
Your parents told you to get good.
Hmm.
Good thing.
I smell people who are going to be punched through a wall. Ah, he's back.
Welcome back.
Ah,
Just a knocking on the door. I come back in now. In case you
Wearing
forgot,
pants,
this
I
is
swear.
your bathrobe, and it's frilly.
Is it comfortable? That was Doru.
I won't deny its comfort, but it's just
No problem.
it doesn't it clashes with my physique and my natural complexion.
What color was the robe again?
It is a very aggressively salmon colored robe.
Very manly garb you're wearing.
No, rose gold is the most manly form of pink.
well, couldn't you change into something that fits it?
Like what? A damn lilac?
I don't know.
What do you know?
Not a lot.
Obviously, 'cause you're arguing me through a door. I'm expecting an answer.
Couldn't you turn into a female? Or is that not how it works?
I have to bite them. Eat them. Suppose I could eat a person. That's the Wilgix talking. No eating.
Theon was about to say something, but he's going to shut his mouth.
Kevin saw the gears turning and he just kind of pets him on the head. Good job.
Just
You're already better than your
Faraji just leaning over. What were you gonna say, buddy?
Theon's going to lean back over. I'll take
Oh! You were gonna say, don't you already do that to...
He's gonna put his hand over his mouth. Shut the fuck up.
But listen, I don't have the method to keep dying of frost.
Trying not to die of frost, that's why I shut my mouth.
Faraji's just gonna nibble fucking that little bit of fat where your index finger starts on your palm. That's what he's just gonna nibble at.
If you shut up until we have the shut,
I'll eat your fucking hand.
he's gonna move his hand. Please.
I'm begging. Don't do what you're about to do. It's not worth it.
Every urge. What's the matter? And then Vesuvius will look at both Theon and Faraji. You don't like fish?
I'll be right back. Kevin steps out of the room. Ah!
He's just kind of trying hard not to snicker. And Dory's just gonna look over at them. Just like hard to assess what her expression is.
Nice.
I have
When
another-
Kevin... I'm just gonna point out, Kevin, when you step out of the room, you can see Noro there just leaned against the wall, just trying not, fighting childish urge to laugh. I'm going to say this one time. No. If you think it, cute. No. Do you want a graphic description? I will tell you. In those spots, while I, from memory, describe the vivid experiences from the beginning for the past 20 years. And I will describe every inch of vascularness, if I have to truly drill home how much I want it to make your skin crawl. I will strip your penis jokes from you like a misbehaving child.
Theon's ears are gonna kind of flatten against his head because he was actually trying to behave. Oh man.
I'm sorry, I was disrespectful. It's all Mop's fault somehow. It rubs off on me. Or maybe it's probably one of my parents and their evil, mischievous genes.
Kevin is outside, and he is happy that he is not being subjected to this at the moment.
So Beatrice, you can pretty much see the gears turning, and she's like, "Well, Mom was mischievous, but I don't think she was rude."
I have a different mother. Father? Brother? Faraji has become confused.
Oh,
Let him stay confused.
oh no, confused status effect.
Beatrice has derailed his train of thought.
Good.
I gotta leave now. Sorry, Mr. Administrator. Forgive me. Bring shame on my house. And he's just gonna leave. I'll take my leave now. By the way, that's payback. I still remember the last time. You're lucky I didn't have tissue damage. Goodbye, Ice Queen.
He's the only one that can get away with it.
You can see the forehead vein.
Punk.
Well, I hate being reminded, but I can't threaten everything, I suppose. Keep making fun. It's okay. I'll just make sure one of you has literal shit detail and has to go in the sewers for a week with Timlor.
Kevin, come outside. The sewers ain't no joke. It's a bad time.
If you don't get out of here, I'm going to tell you exactly how far he can reach with that without his hands.
Leon is going to leave. Okay. Goodbye. Sorry.
Yes,
You don't think he hasn't told me? Ha!
Oh,
You just hear running down the stairs.
Why must you bully the woman I love? Oh, shut up!
I was trying to. I wasn't doing anything.
So Beatrice will get up and take her leave, and Dora will let the others leave, and then she'll give one of her waves as he steps out of the room as well.
I will stand up and brush off their lap. It's everyone.
About? Ask him then, don't be shy. No, answer the questions. No, I will not.
That's what they.
Why does everyone want to know about my penis? What's wrong with children these days? Can't you just enjoy breaking the law?
He crimes do gay.
Wait.
Whatever you do, don't do drugs. It's too expensive.
Oh, but cardboard crack is okay. Oh, I see how it is.
I just love that. I love the logic behind why not to do drugs. Too expensive.
Yeah.
Beijing corn. I'm sorry, I love it. I want one of those. I would buy that merch. Beijing corn. And somebody's like, corn doesn't grow in China, so he put that on the can. Ugh. Okay.
So everyone's in the hall now. Oh, except for Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin booked it.
Well, anyways,
Quick for an Indian guy. I can just imagine him hobbling out of there as fast as his legs will take him.
so, you know, best of luck, I suppose, people. Just don't go too far if you do get whatever mission. And, don't let Kevin die if you need to. There's a leash, but the best way to keep him by you is to always keep a snack in your pocket. Guess he'll stay within a 10-foot radius.
Rude. Standing at 9.9 feet away.
See, he knows I have candy on me.
You're playing off of my pacer instincts. This isn't fair.
I'll keep
Well, it's
that
not
in
for
mind.
you. Guys, this candy was inside someone last night.
Yeah, don't scare me.
Ring pop is delicious, though.
They are.
You're concerned why Noro has a candy pacifier. Where exactly was it? I'll just leave it like that and return to inside in his very salmon colored frilly bathrobe. And you can hear, ah, I didn't do it! Great, now he gets all of they aim their frustration at him. It's all your fault. It's your collective fault.
So, what mission do you think we should?
I advise you to do one that allows me to cause as much physical and psychological trauma to you as possible.
All of the above. Got it.
Farming is a good idea.
Farming, yes.
Yeah.
Nobody hurts themselves more than farmers.
We're going to help the elderly cross the street. That's
Gator
a bad
farmers.
idea.
Almost got hit by a car today. I wasn't
Oh
even
no.
on work. I was taking my shopping cart back to the corral after buying some stuff, and some lady just kind of like threw her car in gear and backed up without even looking.
I
Bless you.
hate those assholes.
Yeah, those are shit people.
But yeah, some people don't look where they're going. It's not good. Anyway,
I mean, I've had that happen to me a couple of times, and the two times it happens, I just jump back and pull the cart just enough so it stays in their way. And then when they hit it and get out all mad, it's like, lady, you almost ran me over.
pretty much.
Just swap the back of the back glass of the vehicle. That usually scares them pretty
and
good.
be somewhere else. Hey.
Raji would love you so much.
You gotta stay on your
Special.
toes in Florida. It's not a car, it's gonna be a flying alligator.
Alligator.
Held by a hurricane.
We have had alligator rain in Florida before. Just
Are
one.
you okay?
Uh,
Who's dying?
Shadow, is everything okay?
Nobody. Yeah, everything's fine. I'm in my room still. That's just Mikey being Mikey.
Whoop his fucking ass if he's yelling like that.
No, Mark and Aaron are in there playing with him.
Playing.
Sounds like he was getting pissed off, and if he's getting pissed off,
No, he's just going.
what you do?
No, he's going roar.
I say, well, what you do is you grab him by his wrist so he dangles, and watch him helplessly try to cover his ass. You hit him with a switch. Because if he puts his hand in the way, you get a free blow at that wrist. But if he moves it, he just won't be able to sit down for a couple hours. It's a win-win, partner.
So
I'm just saying.
guiding this the group.
It's across the hall, not up the street. They'll live.
Screensaver.
I know that because I used to have friends who cut. That's so twisted, but I will always remember that. Across the hall, you can live, you fucking pansy.
Don't be a bitch.
Don't be a dick. Everyone should get along with each other. And don't be a dick.
That's good. I didn't want to be a small deer anyways.
That's a dick. There's a difference.
Damn, hoisted by your own petard. Yes. By the way, Praji will comment about Doruna's height. In the words, you must be amazing at top shelf.
So she's just gonna look at him a little bit and grin. I guess I can reach them pretty well.
Cool.
Is the weather actually different up there?
And so what she's going to do is she's going to pause, and then she's going to lean down a little bit. Just not much.
I imagine whenever they walk by an air conditioning vent, they just get a face full of cold air.
Just
Kind of. But yeah, I think she was exactly 7 feet tall, if I remember right. Been a while since I looked.
Yeah, she probably would have been. That was back before we started doing it in inches, straight feet.
Well, I think I remember going, okay, so she's going to be 6 feet and then roll the dice and 12 inches. Okay.
Are you?
Hi, yes, I'm 5 foot 24 inches. What?
Alright, so Dorna will take you to go and try and decide what you want to do for a mission. Take your time debating, because there's people already down there doing more stuff, because it's still alive down here.
Well, Doruna is going to stay out of the way as she watches. And so Beatrice is going to be looking very thoughtful as she says, well, we could do the overflow dungeon, but that would require an osmium. And I don't know if we want to take an osmium out of their other business. I don't really want to inconvenience, but it would be a lot of experience. It would be a lot of
I,
potential materials.
Probably be fine anyway. Level above where
But I suppose we would just have to ask then, wouldn't we?
was that person who found all the to Maple Goblin?
that was back at the other guild.
It was godless Zilamar. Yes, he was with the Amanthians. Sorry, just, trying to think here.
Have a table goblin?
Well, I've never checked to see if we do. But we can worry about table goblins later. I
Hi!
think that. Hello.
Hi!
Nice to meet you.
Hi!
Mother was very sweet.
Hello. Thank you. I know. I love her so much.
Seems like a very
Yes. Also, goblins of the table variety? What do you mean?
well, someone that kind of just hides under the tables to sneak food out from people that are unsuspecting.
Oh. Don't worry. That would be a Rono. I'll go fetch her. You can see Suyoi walk over. Pardon me. And then they'll just lift up a table, and you can see a small figure dart underneath another table. Please don't play this day today, Arono.
Oh, there they go.
Momentarily. Arono. Timlor. Okay. You can see them lift the third table up, and they'll dart out, and then immediately rock to the face. Ah!
Yeah.
And they will pick up a small person and carry them over, like holding like them via, basically making a seat out of two of their hands, legs just kind of dangling, and they'll look at you all. What?
No.
Said,
Uh, they do. A lot of us know it. What do you need trained for? Just experience?
Just gaining.
Well, yes, you can have an osmium take you to a high-level proving ground, and you can get a temporary statistics boost to let you fight enemies there. I mean, you'll still be weak, relatively, but with cooperation, you should be able to take down certain ones. Of course, you do need an osmium to go to specific training grounds. There's a few hundred of those around. They're about the closest one's a week and a half away, though. At an overflow dungeon. Well, if you want experience, that's your best bet. I think if you do it correctly, let's see. Shattered Cellar, I think is what they call it. It averages monsters level 130 on the second floor. The overflow would be pushed up, averaging level 7. Within 1 day. Statistics buff, survival, max efficiency, double XP, so... uh, uh, around 8,193,000 experience, I believe, for a full day of training there.
Just one.
Oh.
Well, you'd have to kill about 580 monsters a day. But, yeah.
We should train that for when our whole. God, I can't speak. Let me start over. I think we should on doing that into full pod
Party.
party. She's not British. Is together.
Well, anyways. Oh, no, please stop pretending to be a child. You know, density doesn't change with your physical size. You're still fat. Rude? Why are you so rude to me? Why must you be rude? Why? Why are you rude? The truth hurts. Like the hard floor. And they'll just kind of drop them with a loud thunk and just... Ow! Please.
Healing touch.
Why? They are currently pretending, according to Suyoi, to be about a 2.5 foot tall goblin.
I by being the healer, just healing touch.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Like this one. Smell of lilac.
Oh, I still smell like this. I should probably take a shower then.
Her hair is a mess, boy. It's a very, very messy rust brown colored hair. But they don't have green skin. They have a very light red shade skin. Ooh.
Ew. Perfect for
What do you
hiding in the
require?
shadows of candlelight.
Require of a person such as I. Do you need me to take you to this training ground?
Oh, that's more. actually have a quest to escort Justin for.
Gesundheit? I don't think you could go to the capital. The capital would be another 2 months via land and about 5 days via air. Or instantaneous with the Waystone.
Yeah, they wanted us to say somewhat local. And then Doru was going to nod at that. she likes letting other people do the talking for her.
Oh, yeah. That for now. Done.
Yeah, take your time. It's not like I'm dead or anything.
Naibai, in her mind, you've been dead for years.
Yeah, but my one chance to do something exciting and I get mugged. Alright, well. I greatly appreciate you healing me, even though he didn't do damage. And they'll stand up. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go hide underneath tables and eat scraps. Should I say scraps? I'm going to go hide under tables and sneak food.
Naibai's gonna stand up. So I can track them now.
Hmm.
Well, not magically.
I'm going to go start a Deadpool then.
Beatrice is gonna have wrath.
Oh, no. How long until someone pisses off a Rono? And you see that they're pretending.
Oh, okay. She's just gonna shrug a little.
Bet it takes 8 hours.
I could dice roll this and have it be like 5 minutes knowing my luck, but I kind of want to wait a little longer.
And
If that makes sense.
Naibai, not expecting her prediction to actually come true, put down a single iron coin into the. Because yeah, there are currencies below gold, even though that's what we paid a bunch. I have more gold
Well,
coins.
that's most.
Everything else.
That is entirely because adventurers have a bad habit of burning through their money fast, so they just get it back into the economy quicker than they really collect it.
So Beatrice is going to look up at the board and be like, "Are there any local quests for killing things?"
Bunch of angry bears,
What was that?
bunch of angry bears, couple dozen bandits. What do you want?
Buster the Bandit.
Any hunter-gathering quest?
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, they're either going to be really low or really high rank hunt-gather quest. Wow, they're flipping through a lot of pages there in that book.
Okay. Let's see. Hunt quest. Specific target. Kill. Kill.
Random capture quest. Yes, I'd like you to capture a red dragon for me.
Capture quest? What the hell did you just say?
Here's a request for somebody to hunt and successfully kill or capture 2 bone stags. Cool. Those
Oh.
shouldn't be out, but that's cool. And then we currently have the farmer looking for someone to help collect grain. 36 acres of it.
That's a lot of grain.
Yeah, that's a considerable amount of grain.
That's like at the point where you start using machines. It is. My god, no wonder he wants help.
I shouldn't have planted that much.
So Beatrice is going to look at those quests. I would be okay with either one of those.
Let's see what we got here. One more.
Now, these quests that aren't posted on the job board, these are the ones that have the random adventure guild drops.
Oh, these are ones that haven't been posted because they haven't been fully processed. They get a lot a day. Not everything immediately makes it onto the board.
Oh, okay.
But they can have everything has random drops technically.
Yeah, it just depends on what prize pool you're trying to game.
There's certain criteria that prevents certain things from winding up as certain rewards.
You picked radishes for 3 hours. Here's a legendary greatsword. Thanks?
Yeah, go.
Like, I didn't need this because I needed my radishes.
God damn, I was really going for the diamond trowel.
Golden shovel. Click.
So, Beatrice is going to ask, does it say what level those bone stags are?
Confirmed levels 97 and 97. Danger note. Oh, I don't know if I can give this to you, children. There's a danger note there. Warning. Confirmed scout report updated this morning. Oh, I should have read this. Crimson Stag has been sighted within the vicinity. Ill advised to send anything below a platinum ranked adventurer in which to terminate and or capture the event of Crimson Stag hostility.
So, in other words,
You'll be fine.
better idea to go for the farming.
You could kill them. It would be bad. Crimson Stag might not kill you. I'll see.
Might not.
There are also the bandits that you need to take.
Yeah, the bandits have a guaranteed guaranteed experience pool, because I was supposed to post these like an hour ago, but lunch break, leave me alone. Let's see. 13 million experience to be distributed to party members.
Would you like to do that? There's a lot of experience. You get some bandits.
Number of bandits required to kill and or captured to complete this quest. 30.
So are bandits just like random mobs, or are they like actual NPCs that have like stories and stuff?
They're actual organized NPCs.
Okay, so there's every possibility that we could just easily walk into way too high level encounter doing that.
Oh, they can. That's not inform you. Confirmed scouting bandit leader highest level threat at 215.
Yeah.
Average level of enemies, however, lackeys is 30 to 50. Time limit? No time limit. Ooh, you know what that means? Time limit. It's not being on a job. Means you can systematically eradicate an entire fucking group of people. You could even kidnap them one by one over the course of several years if you wanted to.
No, that would just be mean.
Bandits aren't people. What are you talking about?
Just like sneak up, take one, like "Hey, coming with me, and drag him back to jail, then go in and repeat.
I'm starting to get a sense that there's a reason to keep you on that side of the desk, isn't there? Yeah, probably.
Well, I feel kind of
Yell.
bad about so down on the steal from others or turn to following the bandit lead. If they attacked us first, I guess it would be.
Well, I mean, that's the logic I would go off of. They're coming right for you and all that. Alternatively, not all of them. Actually, a majority of them are usually war deserters who didn't want to face the. In the case of at least Ilvamar, relatively lenient and understanding court system for what is considered high treason. However, some of them are just disenfranchised. Not all of them. A majority of them are just fucking scumbags who like to prey on people because they're lazy and don't want to get a real job like the rest of us.
I thought the punishment for route abandoning war was death.
Well, I mean, I said lenient. I didn't say survivable.
Potentially a much less gruesome death.
A much more
yeah.
immediate one.
You haven't lived at a court-martial trial until you've been introduced to the blending effects of magic.
Well, could always see if
You ever watch a grown man get lowered feet first into a spinning centrifuge of rocks?
no.
It's fascinating. The whole thing turns like a red slurry. Anyways,
Alright then.
can you please stay on that side of the desk forever now?
I did have the opportunity to see one execution. Bound their limbs up in tourniquets to stop them from bleeding out, and ripped their arms and legs off by force before putting a hot iron to them. Then they burned out their eyes and ears so that they were forced to live out the rest of their existence in a flesh prison.
Ah, yes, the Manthian torture methodology. It's very beautiful. Someone's going to become as useless as a piece of foot furniture. They're going to live their lives like it.
Well,
I
as I was saying, we could ask if it's alright with Doru, we could ask someone of higher level to help us when it comes to the bandit, the leader, if it comes down to that.
Well, I would hope we don't run into.
Aye. But it's always better to be safe than sorry.
Oh, I wonder if there's any or treasure hunts posted.
Yeah, they go like hotcakes. Nope, nothing in here right now. Yeah,
I suppose that's something crossed while you're wearing hunt.
sometimes.
I'm sure that some elite would like to get out and stretch their legs and knock a little bit of the rust off to keep their fighting sharp. I don't know exactly how to word it.
Well, let's
You
just
get
go
what I'm saying.
40-mile sprint.
I can barely sprint 2 miles. I can't do, let alone 40.
Well, then it sounds like you need to work on your endurance. It's set up that we're all bad at.
That could work. But, what do you think, Doru?
Well, we could probably handle those bandits, but it would it would be inadvisable to take them all on at once.
Aye.
So I suppose we could just wait until Sin's recovered enough to at least come with us, and maybe we could take Mob and let him observe or try, maybe remember in combat. And I don't know. Again, specialized instructors that you can fight against a bunch. You can learn how to get experience with them. It's a small percentage of what you'd actually get from fighting the real deal, but it's enough.
Naibai
But
is being helpful by suggesting more options and then at the same time not being helpful by absolutely refusing to pick one. And meanwhile bouncing between being adorable and acting cute and then talking about viscera murder. It's nothing.
Yeah, I know that if we do pick the farming one, if we do collect all that grain, I'm not wearing a shirt on. It'd be hot. I don't like.
Take it up.
I don't think any of us should wear a shirt. I say we start all stripping. But not right now, but when we're working. It's extremely hot. Don't misjudge.
So Doru's going to look at everyone like, do you want to train somebody high level here, or do you want to go on a quest?
Yeah.
Jamon.
Hi. Hi.
Hi again.
Guys,
If it's any consolation, I could train multiples of you at once. It'd be like getting hit by a bunch of children, so it wouldn't be bad. I
yes,
do
it'd
have
be
multiple
quite
arms.
harmless to you.
Hmm.
So Beatrice would kind of look up at him and be like, "Well, that sounds like it would work pretty well while we're waiting for some of our party members to heal."
Good. I suppose that's what we can do then. Hmm. Pet, pet, pet. And he'll reach down and pet Doru because their head's the closest.
She's going to just wag her tail and agree.
I suppose the first see what up with is. Oh, I should see if my tops are done.
Oh yes, you did have
Best,
works, didn't you?
best of luck.
You all at the training grounds.
I don't know what that is. That's the best part.
What is
Naibai is going to walk away, having clearly heard him saying what he said, but ignoring them and pretending she. Trying desperately to fit in with Golem Brain.
Think, 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 think.
You gotta remember, every 3 seconds someone thinks about sex, so it's more like think, sex, think, sex.
Adidas is all I have to say when it comes to sex.
Do you know anything about range combat? I know that you are mainly a up close and personal type of fighter.
He won't say anything until you get outside. Oh, Yon,
Aye?
look how pretty those clouds are.
Would you like to see
Fion's
them
gonna
up
look up.
close?
Aye, they're very pretty.
He'll cover your ears with his furthest set of hands down, and then make a striking palm forward, and you can see a little shimmer, and then you watch a perfect palm-shaped handprint rip through the cloud. That's several thousand feet in the air.
Oh. His ears are just gonna kind of twitch under his hands. Oh. That'll do it, alright.
So, wait, he was the only one that got hearing protection for that.
True, but because it was extremely directional, you won't hear anything behind.
That's not how sound works.
That's how key works, however.
Okay.
And there is sound. There is ways to make sound extremely directional.
Yep.
I'll accept key that, but not sound.
Sound is weird when you must be fighting.
Sound is one of the most fuck you things in the universe, but okay.
Sound is its own form of weird. It doesn't need key fucking with it too.
Sound is Florida, but in the form of a fucking state of matter. Or not matter, but you know what? No, fuck it. It is matter now.
It is.
Because I said so.
It is literally matter. You need matter for sound to work.
All right.
About that.
I mean, there's a reason it doesn't travel through vacuum. Then again, there's a lot of matter in space. There's just not a lot of stuff holding it together.
It's just not very close together. Yeah.
I'm way over here. Me too.
Quite impressive.
Yes. I know a lot about range combat, but I don't know anything about using a bow. I've never been taught to attack things at range with a bow.
Since he was covering his head, Suyo would get plenty of floofy mane in his hands. Fion would purr from the rubbing.
Like, because he has so many arms, he has those 8 arms, he could just idly rub Suyoi, or Suyoi could idly rub Fion's mane while continuing to talk.
A constant stream of pets.
Anyways. Do you want to train and gather experience?
Aye.
Alright, we're gonna rotate back to Naibai real quick. She'll need to be part of this. Alright, Naibai, going back, checking to see if your tops are done.
Yeah.
All but the last one is done, and you can see them manually sharpening it with a very fine set of custom tools.
Ooh, custom.
You can't really tell how thin that edge is, how sharp it's going to be, but the fact that they have one of those little monocles with 3 different lenses on right now, looking at it, it's probably pretty fine.
That's gonna be amazing for exactly one cut, and then it's gonna hit bone and get fucked. Because Naiba is going to watch with much interest. Oh, really?
I'm gonna take a seat, please.
Naiba will have a crouch, very Slav style. Then notice chair and sit like a normal.
Nerd. All right. And they'll take their monocle off and set the tools down after they're done. So, I thought you're going to need cutting. Cutting with these tops, but you're going to need something durable. So I spent almost all of your gold. Almost all of the gold. Actually, every bit of it. And I made it out of... Well, I wanted to do black leviathans, but they're too expensive. So white leviathan scales, each one of them. They are used to pressure so intense that whatever exactly it is that creates their scales makes them the perfect thing for essentially making a saw, almost. So when you use these, they will impact, and they will rotate extremely fast, because the only weight they have is entirely in the outer layer of the body that is the White Leviathan scale construction. Each one has a double S with your agility and a single S with your dexterity. Keep that in mind. I could only afford enough for 32 of them. That was because I could only afford 2 full-size scales. Now, don't worry about them breaking. They won't lose their edge that easy, because a Leviathan scale blade is capable of cutting through a rock shark, something with rock as hard as most buildings on its back. So remember that. Don't drop them on yourself. They will take off a toe. Don't play with them like they're a toy. They will open your veins. Keep them, and he'll set the very, very obvious containing box with individual little spaces for each one of the tops in this box when you're not using them. They will cut their way through anything that they're rubbing against, except the materials in this box, because it's made from some Leviathan's skin. The only thing it can't cut through is itself, because I guess fuck us for trying to understand.
Take a look.
I'll have to introduce you to Rigel. Regardless. 32 white Leviathan scale tops. Worth every penny.
Oh, geez, 32. I thought I was getting 3.
No.
Okay, then.
They could only afford 32, and the only reason they were able to get 2 whole scales is because there were a lot of scales brought, and they continuously bickered. I rolled this in the background for 3.5 hours until they didn't have to pay over 200 gold. Mind you, that's 2 scales for every single gold piece you gave them.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. That was the only monster supply they were able to buy to make these tops, was the scales. They had to improvise everything else. But they've had the idea of making something with Leviathan scales for a while. So they were okay to basically give you all that little bits of aluminium, as everyone calls it in the wrong parts of the world. That's what its inside is.
I bet they get out of the shower on the toilet side of the curtain over too.
Like a sadistic fucking madman. Welcome to America, where our toilets are superiorly aligned beside and not directly in front of our bathtubs.
Might I also mention they're not the shelf type where you shit on a shelf, but then the water brushes it down into the drain. more towards the front of the toilet.
Right?
Because, you know,
You're welcome. You invented a bidet, which uses more water than a low flow.
yeah,
Or
but
one
we
for
don't
us.
waste paper. Yeah, and it's still fucking gross.
I do like the argument that bidets don't waste paper. True, but because it requires more water flow from a bidet to wipe your ass than it does paper, dissolvable paper, a lot of which is recycled from mysterious places.
A lot.
I'm
of
assuming
it.
just basically cardboard, like that gets recycled, gets turned into shit paper. It would make sense that it basically equalizes out at that point to using as much, if not a little more water than a low flow, like power wise when it comes to flushing.
I mean, we could go on for hours on the topic of recycling, how it's become so inefficient because everybody wants the recycle label on their products, even though you really shouldn't.
Okay, things you should recycle:
Metals, glass.
metals,
That's it.
metals and glasses. That's pretty much it.
Pure elements, essentially. If it's only
Oh.
paper and it doesn't have that fake metal shit on the inside, then yeah, you can recycle that. If it's only metal and doesn't have like the wrapper on the outside anymore, then yeah, you can recycle that. If it's only plastic, like a milk jug, and it doesn't have like, any sort of wax lining on the inside, then yeah, you can recycle that. But otherwise, they
Shouldn't
don't want
recycle
mixed
plastic.
materials.
Don't
Realistically,
recycle
you
plastic.
shouldn't actually recycle plastics because it costs more man hours and fuel. Basically, it costs more. It has a bigger ecological impact to recycle plastic than it does to make new plastic.
Oh yeah, it does. But there are destructive ways you can recycle it into more aggregate material, like for asphalt for roads and stuff. You don't have to turn it into another plastic bottle.
You know the only countries that can get away with using plastic as roads, the Alaska and Canada and Russia, and that's about it. Pretty much everywhere that it's frozen. Anybody else with this thing called daylight can't.
India tried it. It just turned into a nasty gooey soup on their roads.
Yeah, no, it was a good idea until it became one of the worst ecological disasters in India's history in the recent millennium.
It's like the Florida Navy deciding to dump a bunch of tires into the ocean to create a coral reef. It was a good idea until it wasn't.
God damn it, Florida.
And now
That had
we're
potential to be a good idea because of how tough that rubber is, but it's also super fucking toxic.
yeah, and now every day or so they send divers down to collect one tire as part of the training program.
Good idea. All right. So you've got your 32 tops,
Yeah,
and
said.
would you like to ask where the training ground is? Yeah, okay, yes, 32 tops. All right. Now they each of them, has double S in agility
Right.
and a singular S in your dexterity.
Okay. I wrote it correctly.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, Foxo. Oh, right. They stack up to 99, and their stack shape is only 3 each. So
Okay, hold on. They stack up to 99. Stack shape. Item. That would be item size.
That
yeah.
would be stack shape. And then max stack size is the 99.
I have the original sheet that you guys sent out. It still says item size on mine.
Ah, okay. Well,
That's the one I've been working off of as well, but it works.
Now, how do you spell Leviathan? Because it says I spelled it wrong.
I think that Foxo's internet did a derp hole.
It did. How do you spell Leviathan? It says I'm wrong.
I'll type it.
This is like not even gonna try. copy paste that shit.
I figured it was faster to type it than it would be to speak it. It is indeed our cast.
Yep, I see. So figure out how to actually save it. See.
I would just type it out because copying from Discord would the size and it's weird. It's like I don't need text to be gray.
So if you're transferring it to the Office Writer, then yeah, it does. But in the Office Calculator, it just defaults to whatever your font is.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Ugh. Adjust back. Stretch. Oh god, spine. Why? Don't rebel.
And also the monster thing I'm going to type that for you guys too.
Oh, tea. Oscar tea.
Enjoy it while you can.
Okay,
Careful, you. I have a whole nother tearjerker rolled up, and I'm fucking willing to use it if you piss me off.
Oh no.
I'll make you care for another NPC relationship. There, I forced you to shit 2 people. How does it feel?
Oh damn. Each of those does 2,160 damage on the. That's pretty cool.
It's almost... It's like, even a World of Magic, really custom fit weaponry can never be replaced. Okay, you son of a bitch! What is that? It's a curved stick! Why? Ah,
Fuck you, that's why.
The plus
what is that? Why did it hurt so bad? It has 5 scaling in strength. It's a stick!
It's a stick of stickiness.
It's big stick energy. Smack. Ow!
Yeah, you don't want to hit. You do not want to get hit by Doru's stick.
No.
Big stick energy. God damn it, shit. I like how he did an underappreciated historical weapon video on the stick. It's so true. It's so dumb, but so true. We don't appreciate how useful the stick really was.
As long as you don't have whiskey stick.
Shut the fuck up.
Whiskey stick?
That's nunchucks.
Yeah, it's Foxhole's worst enemy.
It really is, though. Oh no, I got whiskey stick. Why?
you go to walk with your cane and it just rolls. Oh no.
You traitor! You know the nunchucks are bad when Shad said a flail would be better. Alright, so there is, like, I have to agree with him. Flails and nunchucks are horrible, but with the right training, both the flail and the nunchuck are extremely deadly.
They can be, yeah.
It requires precise memory of how exactly to swing. At least in the case of the flail, like it is a. Is this normal, by the way? Is it normal for somebody to own an actual flail?
It depends on how much of a historical or LARP or D&D nerd that you are. So I'd say it's pretty average, actually. About
I have a
1/4 of the
flail.
population falls
Uncommon.
into that.
It's
Swords.
not super weird or anything.
But would you like to hold my balls? Hold on. Let me see if I can make the noise.
Don't think it.
But yeah. Like, that's just one of the things. A flail is actually an extremely effective weapon, unless you give it to somebody who has no idea what they're doing. They're going to kill themselves.
Yeah.
Now,
So
if they...
don't give it to me.
I mean, people forget, one of the LARPing champions of the world was a flail user.
Because, like, how do you deal with that?
How do you deal with somebody who's so effective with something that's designed in... Like, you know you're good with the weapon when the weapon itself had like a 90% chance to hurt you and you never get hurt. Or you're really bad with the weapon.
I mean, you could also just pick up a thresh and use that.
But yeah, but it doesn't have big spiky balls. It's not as fun.
It's not. It doesn't, but it's like nunchuck, except it's trying to be a flail now. One of the sticks got longer.
I'm gonna buy another flail sometime this year. A bigger one. No, I'm gonna buy a mace. I want a mace.
Don't you already have,
Don't
a
you have a
mace
mace?
from Bad Dragon?
Oh yeah, the Kanabo in the corner?
Yeah.
It's over there in the box.
Yeah, those things are dense. You actually hurt someone with that.
So, it's horrible. I'm such a fucking degen. When he said, don't you already both of you said, don't you already have a mace? I looked down, I'm like, wait. Alright. Back to what you're doing.
Yes,
Are you gonna ask them where the training grounds are?
Yes.
Around the corner. Go out the door. The way you came, so, you know, if you were to turn, face the door. Left. Down. 4 doors. The hallway to your left immediately. Out there. That'll lead you back there into the open area, which is the background is basically the training ground.
I will thank them and follow their.
Ah, yes. So that's when we can cut back, because Naibai will be able to be in the range to view everyone standing around. As Suyui asked that question, if you want to train to get experience, and when Fiona answers yes, there's just that kind of like this intimidating grin.
Clicky comfy pawn.
Anime aura activate.
It's very concerning because that pretty blue, like he's got his name there, the pretty blue with the 3 question marks. You can see those question marks flick to a 6, a 4, and an 8, and then the whole thing kind of goes from the blue to a cyan color. And you get a new symbol that pops up beside his name, and it's basically looks like a bust of somebody doing fisticuffs with themselves, and then you get a little notification in your UI. You've agreed to spar with Suyui.
Are you sure this is wise? If agreed to fisticuffs with Suyui, I will notify your next of kin.
Well, like there's no turning back.
Well, it's only a sparring match. You can dip out whenever.
Totally dip out. What is that? 372,000 health?
Just Kevin sitting off the side.
More than yawn.
Kevin in the background holding up a flag that says "Go you." Get him! I believe in you. He's making sure not to say who he's rooting for. He is rooting for someone. Take it how you will.
Please, everyone, join in.
Does this include Doru?
Yes, trust him. You will need it.
Well, they said everyone. I guess that means anyone within your shot.
All right, very well. Doru will.
Alright. I get to open up his stat sheet and look at his art real quick.
Let's see if Fiona can even penetrate his armor.
Well, if we all attack at the same time doing our most powerful moves, we might be able to deal 1 damage.
Fion's got a couple of AP arrows.
Open sesame, bitch. His stuff still says a blank stat for me. Excuse me. Excusez-moi.
All right, so
Woo! That's a lot of skills.
equip her armor and get out her 2 strongest weapons.
All right.
And Doru will pull out her hitting stick.
The lightning staff, yeah. I forgot about that.
It's called Current Affairs.
You like this? You like that pun, don't you?
Yeah. But it probably weighs a freaking ton.
It probably does.
Alright, well, this seems like time as any to test out these tops. Let's either cover them. It's nice open. Now, do they turn into caltrops if they embed themselves in the ground there?
That's a skill.
I would
You have to
imagine.
be able to throw it and start playing it and spike on it.
All right. Sorry, by the way. I'm just adjusting stuff. You know the best part about Suyoi, like how I have his sheet here. His weapons are his fist. Those are literally his weapons in his sheet. And it all depends on how many fists he's attacking with. That determines how much damage he's dealing. Because when you technically learn a specific martial arts like his, your body literally becomes the weapon. So I had the right to classify every one of his arms as its own weapon with scaling. Fuck you.
Oh,
Oh,
oh no.
so that's right. He has lateral multi-hits.
Oh, that's right. I did have a question for you. Doru's various armors and shields and auras and stuff. How long do they last?
Shit. Oh, durations, I forget. You know what, we'll just give them each a flat 5-turn duration. Just to be safe.
Okay.
Yeah, see, we got bottom left arm, lower middle left arm, upper middle left arm, upper left arm, and then it basically repeats for the right side.
This is gonna be rough.
Oh my god, you have no idea. Let's go ahead and start calculating your damage.
You're so fucking stupid.
What?
Ruh-oh.
Nah, it's okay. Naibai's here.
Is there anyone in there?
I love that one.
I know. It's kind of creepy, though.
It was moderately intimidating.
I like the one where they're, like, saying that into a tank barrel. And you just hear the... Yeah, you just hear that maniacal fucking laugh. Yes! Everything is in italic. What the hell? Go away, Ribbon Views. Leave me alone. Sorry, guys. I had a notification on the side here saying Ribbon Views. And it's like, cool, go away. Die. Be golden. Obrigado. Sureka. Vra. Okay, so you scale with this plus. You guys here, by the way?
Yes. I'm just trying to fix something on Doru's.
I'm reading the
Okay.
skipping stone skill and what applies to stones or value.
It applies to that.
It applies on top.
It applies to any projectile that you use.
Okay.
Oh, that's going to hurt every punch. Oh god, that's going to sting so bad.
Well,
Yes.
okay. Now I have a column for duration on Doru's thingy.
Heck yeah.
That way I can make sure I'm keeping track of whether or not it has worn off.
And dice. I'll just wait for the dice.
I'll give you advantage because he's technically a gentle teacher who wants you to succeed at doing something.
Anything.
I'm glad I had that advantage. That would have absolutely
Do
sucked.
not equal the entire cell. No, bad.
Now,
I had something try to equal the entire cells of V through E. Bad.
Do not.
And can we not calculate all this floor math into floor math, please? There's so much floor math I can open my own store.
Oh,
I love
Well, I have Fion's first attack.
Okay. Okay, shit. How do I get you to track correctly?
we'll be
Or would you
right back.
quantity? Well, he's got his arms. God. I guess when I filled out a sheet, I never put like quantity 1 and so on. So he's just been sitting here with like, 0, 0, 0. I guess it doesn't think he has his arms.
arms aren't considered items.
Let's see. Let's open a couple of calculators. This one going to move here, and this one going to move down here. All right. So I need random.org.
Let me know if I'm doing this right. Each strike from a weapon counts its damage boost from the stats that are getting modified, like the dex and the agility, right?
Yes.
Okay. And each time the weapon strikes, it also uses damage value from the ranking, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
when I use skipping stone, it does plus 230 damage plus 35 from Dex times 3, which is 725, plus my weapon damage times 3 is 6,480, plus modifiers 99. Okay, this is a lot of damage.
Trust me.
No, I know it's not gonna do anything, but I'm just sat here like, wow, that's more than I thought I would get.
Remember, I set it up so you could actually hurt things that are over leveled against you. So it could feel like you're actually doing something when you fight as a team. Oh, the best part is these each do this damage guaranteed with one hit. Not even if he multi-hits with one hand.
Oh boy.
Or the multiplicative damage if he hits with multiple fists at once. I love the fact that he basically does logarithmic damage.
Well, yeah, that's how the multi-hit system was set up in the game, so that multiple creatures or multiple fists could work together.
I'll ask what that is later. We're about to get our asses handed to us.
You're about to experience it. You're about to have an entire horde of creatures attack you all at once in the form of one person with mini fist.
You know what? I think I did that. I have to start over. Damn it, Beatrice.
It's worth noting that Sulu pretty much always wears a what is called a daura and sudawal. So he dresses like a Brahmin. He dresses like a Hindi a Hindi high priest basically.
Wonderful.
Yee, wonderful indeed. Sorry, testicles itching.
I think those are all the numbers I needed.
He's got an inventory. He's got a big inventory.
All right. You want a number from Beatrice?
Wait a second. Yes, please.
Or the number coming from Beatrice? What she's going to do is her splitting stab, because that's one of her big hitters. But considering Suyoi, it's not much. It is 2471, and it adds potentially Hellfire and let's uh see paralysis, or in this case, I don't know whether or not it gives any bleed. I think that's just on crit, not on my.
Oh, right. The calculated damage that I was doing is 7,304.
All right, so I'm gonna need all of these again, definitely, because I am just double checking to make sure I am not going to hit back with something too hard here. I want to be 100% certain I got this right. God, his clothes have so much consumed space.
Oh, come on,
Nice clothes.
crap.
Space clothes.
Gosh.
All right, that plus
Man, the armor of somebody of his level is like redonk.
Donkulous.
Yeah.
Good thing Gallon's using an AP arrow then. Maybe
Yeah.
that'll help some. Maybe it'll tickle him.
God, his skin alone gives him a defense of 1,000 plus. Oh, he has a 7, 2, 6, 2. And he has, let's see, that's 2, 3, 6, 2, 0. And then that's mana of 9, 6.
Set him on fire. I don't know if he has any resistance to that. And potentially immobilizes from her two weapons. Or, well. The other.
Okay.
With an armor piercing arrow.
Nabai did what with the thingy, the finger?
They're gonna try out one of their new tops in their sling. They're gonna use skipping stone skill to hit 3 times. So they do 7,304.
Big number.
That's
Big
7,304.
number.
Yes, big number. And she has 32 of those. No cooldown on this skill.
Alright, so if I want to activate one of Doru's abilities, can she also activate her staff? I figured that she probably cannot activate an ability and then attack in the same turn.
If she doesn't move, she would have to use her movement and attack to do just that. So as long as they're stationary, they could theoretically do it.
Okay, so in that case, brain just stopped. She's not going anywhere. She's just going to activate her staff, and she's going to activate one of the shield.
With shield, though.
I was just looking through those to see which one I wanted to do.
Something.
Probably the one with the longest cooldown.
Not bad idea.
Let's see. I want to change this tiny bit to make it easier to calculate. So at the moment, she's not going to be doing any damage.
Okay, Bonnie. What's Bonnie do for her dice?
No, I
Okay.
don't need freaking percent.
See, the good thing is you're all attacking at once. So basically, how it is first person flat, next person their value times 1, next person their value times 2, because it's adding all.
Mhm.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed we do something.
Plus that ability that does a flat 850 times 2.
That was the answer we're going.
Okay. You got Faraji who's doing his ability. Quite simple. Really don't ever think Faraji uses. Or is Faraji is skilled like that? Apparently, yes. Faraji's going to get how much on his D100? You got 91, that's not bad. So 91 plus his 207 on his own. Skill that's going to do 950 plus additional 3, which that's a weird number, but it's okay. 2.
No.
Ah, I see. Oh, jeez. Oh, beautiful. All right. So, 2, 4. So, what is this hell? Okay, so calculator. I need you. No, I don't need to know where California's on fire right now.
Let's assume it is.
So, Beyond himself is the only one who really did damage there. He did 2,491, so minus 2,491. Congratulations, you put him to 370,109.
Yay!
Yeah, the rest of your damage totaled out to 24,458 with you and Bia and Bonnie and Faraji. Then that only did 24,458. Let me do you some math on how much armor he has. I'm gonna go ahead and clear this calculation. 91488 plus 10272 plus.
I imagine he could just slap right through Doru's armor even if he were raging.
His armor is 283,704.
Oh,
You've been made aware as you all collectively attack him, and you get that little animation of your number trying to bust through their armor.
Just bouncing off. Dink.
just oh.
Oh, well, that's just not.
That's right. I'll make it fair, and he'll start stripping off his fucking upper clothing and just let it drop, and then you'll see him start to do the same to his lower half, pulling a loincloth out of his inventory to make himself modest. There. No armor now.
Modest after stripping.
All right. Try again.
All right. So let's see. Beatrice, what are you going to do? All right. So she is going to come in with a lacerate this time. And she does have her blooded weapon. So it's got the reduced effectiveness but increased duration.
Well,
So I don't know if it doesn't do any damage if it'll if it'll actually cause a bleed.
Got rid of a lot of his armor. That was kind of him.
All right,
Still
so
got a decent hit though.
this ability, this one.
SS scaling loincloth.
Mm.
Oh, all right. One. To do math.
While they're doing math, Naiba's hold the keys out to one side and say, "Here, hold this," to Ghost and Forth, and collect the second of the tops from the case, loaded, and much the same. This time with a whole extra 21 damage, because that's all I rolled.
Oh, yay, Fionn. Thank you, buddy.
All right, damage rolls, boys.
All right.
Doing that
Oh.
now.
A loincloth should not have this much armor.
Is it at least
Fionn,
directional?
Us.
I mean,
What am I saying?
it's
Of
a good
course not.
loincloth.
It billows
Hey.
dramatically to deflect your blows.
I'm not gonna tell you which piece of armor, by the way. I'm just gonna read you what it is. It's S times 4, S times 4, S times 4 times 8. I'm not reading which piece of armor it is, but I mean, you can get ridiculous with armor if you're really high level. Like in any good MMO, you have to be broken to go fight world bosses.
So, total damage for Fionn is 2,383. That's with him rolling a 100.
Think I have. Oh wait, oh I gotta add the.
Yeah, it's a flaming obsidian arrow.
Okay.
All right, so Beatrice does 2106, and this ability does inflict bleed. And since she's still wearing her fire armor, she's also inflicting fire, and because she's using her big can, she is inflicting immobilize.
I just had a great idea for turn 4.
Okay.
Now Doru, what Doru do?
What nab I do?
Pocket sand is always an option.
Well, for the second turn, she did the same thing she did on the first turn, just a whole extra 21 damage on top. Because, she got a 1 before. But, when she does use up that third one on the third turn, she's gonna throw the fucking box.
So 7325. What she did?
All right,
Here, let me. Brain is too slow for math. Hold on. 7,304 plus. So yeah, you are correct. 7325.
All right.
what was her roll? Yeah, that was not an impressive roll.
Hmm.
What? Oh, right.
Don't worry.
Uh,
Oh, I wonder if I could tie strings to the tops while they're in the box, then throw the box, and when it hits something, have the lid open and pull it so that the pull the tops into where it hit. That would be neat.
You never know.
It could
all
be a
right.
skill.
So Doru, what she does, I think I calculated all the things out that I needed. Um, let's see. She wouldn't do. Uh, let's see. Intellect damage boost from her staff's magic damage, would she?
They would?
Uh, the electric effect from her staff, would that also get the damage boost from intellect for spell damage?
I don't think, unless it's stated, I don't think it would, but I'll have to, let me double check. There we go. So you always have this tendency to ask for items when I'm half asleep.
Like the staff itself scales with strength and dexterity, but the magic effect on it.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. I'm just trying to find it.
See, yes.
Are you not reading its passive effect right there?
I was reading
It,
the passive effect. That's why I was asking. Since the passive effect scales with her intellect, would it also get the damage boost from her intelligence for spell damage?
it doesn't say anything about intellect in that description. It says intelligence very plainly right there.
Well, I meant intelligence, not intellect.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
intelligence. If it is of that stat, all that stats rules apply to it. That's is basic code knowledge.
Intelligent.
What the
All
fuck?
right.
If you fuck with me, fly, I'll hit you with a flail.
All right. So Doru's damage is 23,301, and it applies 10 stacks of shocking.
It's
The zappy stick. It's a very zappy stick.
I love how shock goes from shock to twitchy once it runs its course.
To Twitch.
It goes to twitchy. Like after you've had the shock status run through you, it'll go to its secondary minor status that doesn't really do anything. Just sits there and irritates you, called twitchy.
Yeah, this
Yeah. Hmm. And we're gonna go ahead and take how much off of this? So minus 12,352, and then minus how much for his passive? Or uh hmm. Against someone like Suyu, I don't know if shocking would be useful. He does have a large manifold by nature, though, so it wouldn't necessarily be. So 10 of that. His current mana. I mean, it's like a double-edged sword. It'll do a lot if they have a lot of mana, but it'll also drain it. So what's that? Let's see. 5% of. 5% of. 29600. Another 6,480 damage. And you managed to do significant-ish damage. That region alone is probably going to be a pain in the ass to deal with.
Yeah, I imagine at his level
7,
that it's pretty intense region.
Simple. My numbers are bigger than yours.
Yeah.
I mean, we were told very early on that fighting a platinum is a bad idea.
6. Oh, I need to rework that. That's supposed to be way more. For. Oh, okay. I see the problem here. Boop, boop. There we go. I need to adjust this to everybody's sheets. Boop, boop. There. Really need to adjust this to everybody's sheets. Yeah, I did some revisions, and yeah, I should really apply that to all your sheets.
Yeah, you get away with it.
Got away with what?
Do wait a minute.
Mhm.
Actually, that reminds me. Gosh,
3, 2, 1, 6, 5.
while I'm waiting.
Man, he went from 74% to 75% of his health in one turn tick. A percent of his health back a turn would be annoying.
Kick. Kick. Come on, children. Do better.
Literally every second. Technically, I could be an ass and do what it is. Technically, it's your combat regen is every second, so that's times 6. But I only did it times 1 to be kind. Because you probably would have been mad if you got 30,000 health back in one turn. Anyways. That would have literally been all of your damage because you did 28,000 roughly. Hold on, how much did you actually do once I negated all of his? Once I did all of his armor negating. Calculator history. Yeah. And natural armor got done saying no. But hey, you've done damage. I guess it's his turn. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 3 of you in range. I like Suyu doesn't really even do anything fancy. He just straight punch jabs Fionn, Bonnie, and Beatrice all in the stomach for an equal 11,400.
That's a lot of damage.
Just
Repeat that number one more time.
11,424 damage.
11,000.
Sorry.
11,000. What?
424.
20.
That wasn't even a skill. That wasn't even multiple arms or a chain attack. That was just a straight punch. That was just a tap. A little love tap.
Little love tap. You know.
Oh god, the amount of soreness in your abs right now. Oh, poor Bonnie though. Gosh, dang, that hurts. That's gonna hurt her so bad right there. But it'll benefit her. You can actually see Bonnie just kind of have a moment, and you watch them go from full health to 6,401, which effectively puts them at 35% of their HP. Oh.
Yes, ouch.
I suppose I have to hear that, don't I?
She walks over and picks my butt up by the base of the ears and just rubs her against herself. Why isn't the healing working?
Just grab.
Oh, fuck. I wonder if there's a way to make this damage boost column equal 1-to-1 for every health missing for Bonnie, so I don't have to do this math manually. Just like have it like equals so and so or something. I think there might be a way.
Yeah, I can think of a way to
After the session's fine, which technically is getting near the end. Do you want to just let Klaus join into the sight of somebody beating the hell out of you again? Or do you want to try and... I can just speedrun you through this and tell you how long you last and how much experience you get for your short-lived fight.
Yeah, it'd be fun to just speed run through it. Yeah, I already told you what I planned on doing, because that's every new thing that Naibai has available to her.
Good job, Naibai, for throwing a box.
Threw a box, just like Hitman.
I was gonna say, Suyoi punched Fionn so hard he disconnected. Oh.
I mean, it's worth a shot. How much damage does box do?
I mean, it doesn't do anything, but emotionally, that's what matters. Oh. Alright. Okay. So, everyone but Doru lasts about 2 turns after that.
Oh, okay.
And then, when Suyui puts his pants back on, Doru doesn't last more than 4 turns.
Yeah, because she probably just can't really do any damage to him, and he just like
no.
the hell out of her.
He gets her to rage, but then she realizes he can punch through her armor when raging. Because Doru experienced what he calls 30-fold punch, and it fucking hurt.
Yep.
Doru put on 1 HP. I quit.
He's like, okay, you got me.
I'm sorry. Here. And just offers panacea to those that he brutalized.
Panacea?
I forget
Alright.
what it was, but my brain turned off. So.
Special condition. Training session essentially gives you how much experience you would get from defeating Suyoi, but... Oh, let's see.
But yeah, it's like Doru, when raging, has a ton of armor. But I'm sure he could just go right through it. But yeah, you got to see her in scary mode.
Okay, because of how it works,
Mm-hmm.
that was basically a lot of levels for all of you. I may or may not have thought this through with using Suyu as one of the osmiomes in the pool of those that could spar train you. Um, what could you do with 4.6 million experience?
A lot.
Alright, can we get that in digits?
Yeah, no, I got you. Don't worry. I didn't think this through. DM seems to have made a clerical error.
There seems to have been a distortion in time and space here. Odd. You only dreamt of that happening.
So there's part of me that doesn't want to give you this much for practically nothing, but there's that part of me that knows that if Exus and Crucia fight you in like some sort of climactic battle, you might not win even if you get a level boost here.
I mean, what's important is the story, and after 100 episodes of this, we're gonna have to do something else for a while, because campaign fatigue is a real thing.
We can all play League of Legends.
Oh, I can play for a whole match and a half.
And then your graphics card.
It just dies for some reason. It doesn't even get hot. It just gets fed up with it.
Your graphics card is basically Corona. Just, I die forever now. Bye bye.
So I could see Fiona after that. He's recovering. Did anyone catch the name of that carriage that just drove over us? Oh,
Healing pats.
Yeah, Pansy, my gift to you. I feel bad. And he'll reach in his inventory. Here's a ×10 potion for each of you. Experience. Use it when you go dungeon crawling.
Oh, well.
That literally does what it says. If you drink it for 2 hours, you will get 10 times experience value.
So
Because Suyu has a
What level is
100% on his knife. What level?
yeah,
Oh, yeah, no, he doesn't give you that much on his own, by the way. What gives you that much is a bunch of special modifiers I put in for the concept that I need to flesh out.
Oh,
Because
apparently.
this is a brand... Listen,
I was gonna say it's like that. He's a really high level.
yep. So
oh, he's 648, though, but technically it's the times 2 times 3 times 3 times 1. Or not, no, times 2 times 3 times 3 times 2 times 3 times 2 times 2. Yeah, because I was like, okay, so there's that active effect because leadership aura adds ×2. Natural items, environment, training environment, tested. I really need to flesh some of these out.
So is it the underlying base number that needs fixing, or is it all of the modifiers that keep buffing it?
I think it really needs to be a lot of the I'll deal with this later, but hey, that's good though. I know how big it can get the number, and I need to adjust it. Hey, I learned something. This is something that I needed to try and get figured out sooner or later. Better sooner rather than later.
Right offhand, I'm wondering if training should be based on how much damage you actually manage to do to the target. Not
I was
in like
thinking that.
Yeah, not in like damage to the defense, like actual hit point damage. Because that way, if it's just you and someone who way outranks you, you're not going to learn anything.
I was thinking either like percent to their actual health damage, or every like X turns equals times whatever. I was thinking something like that to add a sense of criticality to it. But
it's probably easier
okay.
just to work with the raw HP value. Because
it
if
might
you work
just
with
be
percentages, you'll get decimals, and if you work on a time-based thing, you'll just get people who'll turtle up.
Yeah, turtle up against a fucking meteor, why don't you? See how well that helps.
It's still not going to work against someone
I would
that
love
way
to see that
outclasses you.
logic.
But you
Like,
know.
I would love to see that logic, though. Man punches a cloud. I can defend that. I
That's another
defended
thing.
it. Which part of you? The right side of me. The left side, totally gone.
I blocked it with my face.
I love
My
that
face
logic.
is my shield.
You taste like I will love Mob's famous words before he got amnesia. You taste like shit.
So you said we got 3 point what?
1.6 million.
I posted it in Darkcast.
Oh,
I might
Aha.
split that up.
Ooh.
Realistically, that's minuscule. That actually won't get you anywhere in the level chart. That's like, I mean, that won't even get like a level. I think like 230 to 231.
Well,
It's not as much as it seems.
at the level that we're at, it's big. And it would take us a long time to actually get that much experience from another source.
I needed. It's okay though. I'd rather figure out the pros and cons of this idea for like packaging it with the homebrew if I do for us
It sounds,
now rather than later.
yeah, because as it is right now, with the edit to the base number and tweaking the modifiers, it could work out to be a really good system.
Yeah, incentivize like people wanting to play with like their own variants to actually spar with their elders and the higher rankers to actually learn, to learn their battlefield experience or combat experience on hand.
We haven't had a really good training, like actual system in place for a while. It's just been, yeah, you learn less if you don't have a master around. Like, okay, why? Reasons.
Fuck you, that's why.
Yeah, that's really been something that's been on my mind is needing to flesh out a system that's applicable. Like, why, like, how and why have sparring with a master or at least someone who's adept in what you're trying to do or just someone who's better than you can help and how it will help you get better and get stronger at what you're doing. But that's been at the back of my mind. I've been trying to like pseudo flesh it out, but I mean, I designed a homebrew system adapting from a completely random open world idea I had a long time ago in like a week. So I think I've kept us afloat enough with essentially what is a basic understanding of Python.
It's working out so
We're
far.
not exactly perfect. Everyone's alive and everyone's enjoying things. That's all that matters.
That's exactly how I felt when I was running my alpha tester games. Like, wow, this actually works. Holy fuck.
I mean, at least I can also use this as an excuse to get you emotionally attached to characters and then kill them. I mean, what?
No, not silly.
Oh well, then
Oh
don't
god, if something
annoy the
kills Sue, you better
DM.
fucking eat a bullet.
Theo's just gonna eat one of his own arrows.
No, I'm thinking like Noro die.
No, not Noro.
What?
No.
What? Why? What would happen?
No. It'd be sad.
Why? Nobody would be sad.
No
Sure.
one would be sad.
I like how it's Fionn that he's worried about being sad.
Dillerman would be sad. Everybody would
Not
be
the-
sad.
Jesus, that's kind of selfish.
Yeah.
No, don't kill off this character. Why? Because I would be sad. What about their fucking family?
Wow. Jeez.
Yeah.
Found something out about Fionn.
Yeah.
It's okay. No, I understand. I appreciate you enjoying the character. We'll just kill Silly off then. Cool, cool.
No. We don't need Noro.
Probably do that because of his own recklessness.
Yeah. Right now, Silly has the leash.
Careful, don't let him hear you use those pet names.
You mean
He's
you
gonna
don't let her hear you use them?
True.
Don't let either one of them hear
So,
you.
anyways,
How about that?
Fiona's a popsicle now. That would be hilarious.
He
Just
would
walking
hate
on.
that.
He would. Especially
I
since he's
know,
more
with his
susceptible to
double
cold damage.
susceptible to ice.
Double susceptible to cold damage.
Ah, superior genetics are biting you in the ass. The only one who can talk shit to Slytherin is fucking Vesuvius. Noro can do it because he's Noro. Vesuvius is because she literally can't freeze him.
I'm pretty sure not even the guild master can get away with it.
So you don't fuck with Oliver, alright?
Hmm.
Alright. He's the peasant king for a reason.
Six.
I wonder how long
Alright.
it'll take before anyone realizes that Naibai kind of, sort of likes Eerie.
Oh god, these guys? Probably a while.
Yeah,
Ricky, immediately. Alright, no, Eerie, these are legal! They are not tall enough to ride!
I don't
Must
think
be this-
Alana was tall enough to ride.
I'm pretty sure that
Must be this
Akane,
tall to be split ride. Go sleep.
I'm pretty sure
Fine.
Akane was not tall enough to ride, but they did it anyway.
Yeah, but Akane was a spirit. It didn't count.
65
Spirits
minutes.
can't consent. Wait a minute. Ricky doing math, realizing his wife is theoretically a spirit. The hell. I've been bamboozled.
So something that I always found amusing, but never like
You gotta
funny enough to share, was that since Akane is essentially a tree spirit and trees are, huge, if anyone ever actually came across in that campaign that could see spirits, they just see like, normal lineup of characters and then this short little midget with like this huge aura that basically encompassed the rest of the party.
I think Yon could see that, but I don't remember for sure.
He never tried.
I've been squeezed.
70,000.
Alright, so I'm gonna redo some stuff, but if you want to keep sparring with Suyoy, you won't get as much, but you can do that for a week while you wait.
Nah, I'm gonna go to sleep.
No, not right now, but like next thing.
Yeah, Fiona would be fine with diminishing returns.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
It would be fine
This
to get
is-
some extra experience and practice and stuff.
I
And
needed to figure it out sooner, so it's okay. It's
just-
good. It's good.
Just
Good
call
for
it
us.
beginner's luck.
What?
Everyone who
Yeah.
spars for the first time gets a little bonus. We just happen to pick the biggest dude in the room.
We just happen to pick the biggest dude in the guild.
Well,
God, I want
Mon-
to say something about it.
Is Mon still there?
I know Mon's left.
Okay.
No, Mon's left, and he's not part of the guild. But I'm sure you'll do it, and you'll find out next week. I'm sure, knowing you.
Next week on Dragon Ball Kai.
I kind of wonder if we're